6:45 a.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news, edited by J. Yogaraj and read by Mario Vijayavardhana. The headlines. The President says that he is certain that the people who did not vote for the National People's Power, NPP, will definitely vote for them at the general election. The President requests the public to appoint corrupt, free, clean representatives to the Parliament. The 2024 general election, the distribution of official polling cards begin. Train services on the Northern Line to resume today. The report on rice and paddy stocks will be submitted to the President. The transport of pigs across divisional secretariats has been halted following reports of African swine fever at several local farms. In news overseas, Israel intensifies attacks on Gaza, ceasefire deal remains uncertain. In sports news, Rushali sets a new senior national record. President Anura Dissanayake says that he is certain that the people who did not vote for the National People's Power will definitely vote for them at the general election. He claimed that during the presidential campaign, the former administration had given the NPP a nightmare. The President made these remarks at a political rally held in Baddagama in Galle last evening. He added that the general public is well aware about the NPP and its proceedings. The President added that the international relations have also demonstrated remarkable success compared to the previous regime. The President stated that it is the responsibility of the people to give a new team the chance to govern the nation because previous politicians were more interested in causing political disasters than realizing the aspirations of the people. The President also said that the present political culture has given more importance to the common man's problems. The funds allocated for the well-being of the former presidents will be scrapped very soon, the President added. Train services from Colombo Fort to Kankasanture, which was halted for months owing to the maintenance and development activities, will resume from the 28th of October, the Department of Railways has announced. This development follows the successful completion of modernization work along the railway stretch between Mahava and Anuradhapura, enhancing connectivity and convenience for passengers travelling to the northern regions of the country. In light of the renewed operations, the Railway Department urges the public to exercise caution at railway crossings. With trains now running on the Northern Railway, it is essential for everyone to prioritize safety and adhere to all crossing regulations as per the department. The report on rice and paddy stocks will be submitted to the President soon. The Paddy Market Board says it will submit a report in this regard to the President Anura Dissanayake soon. The relevant information and data is being collected from the rice mill owners at present. The Ministry of Agriculture says a decision will be taken in the future after the review of the report by the President. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The Coconut Research Institute CRI says coconut prices in Sri Lanka have skyrocketed as a result of a severe fertilizer shortage impacting coconut plantations. The CRI said although the ongoing southwestern monsoon season had exacerbated supply issues, the root cause lay in the prolonged lack of essential nutrients for the crops. Our correspondent said prices have also risen sharply at the Dambulla market, reflecting limited supply from key coconut-producing regions. The CRI's Deputy Director Sarath Idirisinghe said that the fertilizer crisis began in 2021 and had left plantations without the required fertilizer for 4 years. The CRI also stated that consumer demand now far outstripped supply, leading to significant price increases. The transport of pigs across divisional secretariats has been halted following reports of African swine fever at several local farms. The Department of Animal Production and Health said this was the first case of the disease found in Sri Lanka. The Director General of the Department of Animal Production and Health, Dr. Hemali Kothalawala, confirmed that steps are in place to issue an official gazette notification over the issue of transport of pigs. She added nearly 1,000 pigs have died from the viral disease in the recent days, with cases reported across all provinces except the northern province. Vaccinations have been given to animals that remain unaffected as a preventive measure. Dr. Kothalawala also advised the public against consuming meat from pigs that succumb to the viral disease.
The main news story is brought to you by Sinhala Veda Mahatmya.
The Sri Lanka Embassy in Lebanon says that the registration of people who are expecting to return for Sri Lanka has started. The embassy informs all Sri Lankans in Lebanon to register with the embassy if they are concerned with the situation and want to return back to Sri Lanka. The embassy said Sri Lankan embassies in Lebanon will remain open today in this regard. The embassy stressed that it is mandatory to carry documents including the foreign passport, visas and a written consent letter from their employer for the registration process to conduct the registration process. The embassy also instructed Sri Lankans in Lebanon to be cautious about the advance notices regarding air strikes.
The main news story was brought to you by Sinhala Vedamahatmya.
This is Watchlight.
The Met Department highlights that showers or thundershowers will occur at times in the western, Sabaragama and northwestern provinces and in the Gala, Matara and Mannarama districts. Fairly heavy showers above 50 mm are likely at some places in the western, Sabaragama and northwestern provinces. Showers or thundershowers will occur at several places in the other areas of the island during the evening or night. Strong winds of about 42 km/h can be expected at times over the northern, north central and northwestern provinces and in the Trikunamalaya and Hambantota districts.
Coming up, World News.
In World News headlines, Israel intensifies attacks on Gaza, a ceasefire deal remains uncertain. Bangkok River procession celebrates the Thai king's birthday. Zelensky says Russia launched over 560 drones in a week. Israeli forces have been intensifying their attacks in the northern Gaza Strip to eliminate Hamas militants, causing many casualties. Local media in Gaza reported that Israeli strikes from late Saturday to Sunday on houses and a school sheltering many civilians killed at least 69 people. The United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres said in a statement on Sunday that he is shocked by the harrowing levels of death, injury and destruction in northern Gaza. A procession of 52 glittering boats was held for the 72nd birthday celebration of King Maha Vajiralongkorn in the Thai capital Bangkok. The royal barge procession on the Chao Phraya River on Sunday marked the completion of the king's sixth cycle of 12 years. It was one of the major events held throughout the year around the country. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has repeated his call on Western nations to help his country boost its air defense capabilities. Zelensky posted on his social media account on Sunday that this week alone Russia has used over 1,100 guided aerial bombs and more than 560 strike drones against his country. He added Russia does not stop its terror against Ukraine. And now the main points of the World News segment. Israel intensifies attacks on Gaza. A ceasefire deal remains uncertain. Bangkok River procession celebrates Thai king's birthday. Zelensky says Russia launched over 560 drones in a week.
Development News.
The Ministry of Energy has initiated a project to install free solar panel systems on rooftops of religious shrines across the country with the financial support of the Government of India. The project is expected to cover religious shrines, Buddhist temples, churches, mosques and Hindu temples scattered all over the country. Accordingly, 5,000 solar panel systems will be installed on religious shrines by the early days of 2025. The ministry added a 5-kilowatt solar panel system will be installed free of charge on the roofs of those religious places. The electricity bills of the religious shrines will be drastically reduced after the installation of solar systems, and any remaining electrical units after their consumption will be diverted to the national electricity grid, the ministry added.
Moving on with sports news.
Junior swimmer Rushali Disanayak of New Zealand College in Colombo sets the only national record in the women's senior national 1,500 metre freestyle at the National and World Aquatic Short Course Selection Trial organised by the Sri Lanka Aquatic Sports Union, which concluded at the Ithipatana College swimming pool complex yesterday.
Go ekak thiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු ගීත හැබැයි කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all-new NSB Ithru Mithru account. NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The 25th edition of the Packaging Hallmark event in South Asia, Lanka Pack Exhibition, concluded yesterday at the PMICH. The event was inaugurated on Friday with the participation of the Secretary to the Ministry of Trade, Commerce, Food Security, Cooperative Development, Industry and Entrepreneurship Development, M.M. Nayumiddin, as a chief guest. This event was organized by the Sri Lanka Institute of Packaging for the betterment of the packaging industry in Sri Lanka together with the CDC Events and Travels Private Limited. The theme for this year was Unpack Potential in Packaging.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekak thiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න as වහගෙන දැකපු ගීන හැබැයි කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all-new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
And now in economic news.
The Colombo Stock Exchange has been placed as the second best performing equity index in Asia as of October 25, 2024, with the all-share price index boasting an impressive year-to-date return of 29.65% in US dollars. This outstanding performance underscores the resilience of Sri Lanka's capital market and its growing appeal to both local and international investors. The daily average turnover for the week ended on the 25th of October 2024 stands at 3.58 billion rupees. Furthermore, the CSE witnessed the last two consecutive trading days, Thursday and Friday, with the daily turnover exceeding 4.7 billion rupees.
Weather report.
So Met Department says showers or thundershowers will occur at times in the western, Sabaragama and northwestern provinces and in the Gala, Mathura and Manarama districts. Showers or thundershowers may occur at several places in the other areas of the island during the evening or night. Fairly heavy showers above 50 millimeters are likely at some places in the western, Sabaragama, northwestern, Uva and eastern provinces. Strong winds above 40 kilometers per hour can be expected at times over the north central, northern and northwestern provinces and in the Trichinamale and Hambantota districts. The general public is kindly requested to take adequate precautions to minimize damages caused by temporary localized strong winds and lightning during the thunder showers. This was the report was issued this morning at 4:30 a.m. Further details could be obtained by visiting the official website of the department. That was about the report and now the headlines of this news broadcast. Again, the President says that he is certain that the people who did not vote for the National People's Power NPP will definitely vote for them at the general election. The President requests the public to appoint a corruption-free, clean representative to the Parliament. The 2024 general election. Distribution of official polling cards begins. Train services on the Northern Line to resume today. The report on rice and paddy stocks will be submitted to the President. The transport of pigs across divisional secretariats has been halted following reports of African swine fever at several local farms. In news overseas, Israel intensifies attacks on Gaza. A ceasefire deal remains uncertain. In sports news, Rushali sets a new senior national record. That concludes this news broadcast, and now it's back to your host as always on a Monday morning, Sharifa Tahir, in lemon green this Monday morning. And it's about to rain. It's pouring with rain actually outside there, Shari. So I can see, yes, you've got a black umbrella to go with your green top.